Hey folks, so we're in this video and the next couple of videos after this, we're going to help you go from your germinating your plants to growing your plants in your LF1. So you have obviously already set up the system, you've got the plants germinated, so now you're ready to go from there. So in this first video, we're going to simply show you how we recommend you putting water in the unit. So the LF1 holds a total of 13 gallons of water. That is 7 that's in the reservoir, which is the bottom tray, and then 2 gallons each in each of the growing trays. There are at least a couple ways that you can go about filling water in the system. That's getting a hose, connecting it from outside or to a sink or what have you, and filling each tray from there. Or, as we're going to demonstrate today, using some 5-gallon buckets. So the way we recommend doing that is by starting with the reservoir and then going into each tray. If you're doing it with the buckets in your house, maybe get a towel just in case there is a little bit of splash or spill. Another way to minimize that would maybe be putting a little bit of water into the tray first. And that way it kind of breaks the potential for splash. So I'm going to just go for it, get this 5-gallon bucket I have here and put some in gently, hopefully not getting too much splashback. All right, 1 bucket down. As you'll also notice, on the front of the reservoir, we have a little indicator showing so that you can see how low or how high the water level is in the system once you have the lid on and you're not looking at it as directly, right? So since that was a 5-gallon bucket, it's a 7-gallon tray. I'm going to put a little bit more water in before then adding the other trays and filling water into those guys. So come over here. Fill this guy, again, gently. All right, so I'm going to stop right there. You can fill it to the max, which again is you can determine on the gauge. I've filled it up to where it just starts to bubble up, just for the purpose of demonstration. I'm going to go ahead and get the lid. Slide that onto the top of the tray. Make sure not to catch my hoses. Also recommend putting it on the proper way so that the drain notch lines up. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put the rest of the trays on. Let's start with the second level. Let's remember to make sure the drain is in the threaded pipe is on the side with the catchment tray so that way we avoid any later spills or messes. So I'm going to set it in there. I'm going to go ahead and get the bucket with the remainder of the water from the reservoir and try to just pour it in gently again. Okay, and then for each of these trays, you can go ahead and fill it up to its max capacity, which is going to be to the top of the threaded pipe on the drain end. And if you fill it up that it starts overflowing, it's fine because then it's going to go into the catchment tray, back into the reservoir, and we know we have space there, so no problem. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing, the next 2 trays. All right, so as you go through the grow process, the water level is going to go down, and that's because the plants are absorbing the water and the nutrients as well as some natural evaporation. So you will need to top up when that happens. One way you can do it is by simply removing the top grow tray for a little bit and filling in water again into the tray, letting it overfill, and through the drain pipe in the catchment tray, it's going to then replenish the whole system. Or again, we can get your hose out and just top it up, fill it into the reservoir, and go from there. As far as the type of water to fill the system with, generally speaking, tap water is actually quite fine. If you're growing your plants and maybe feel that the water is of concern, we recommend that you go ahead and reach out to your extension office or your municipal water department, and maybe they can give you some heads up on conditions that they know about your water source. Other than that, on to the next video and mixing up the nutrients.